You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. If you want wealth that flows without effort, if you want money that seeks you out like metal to a magnet, you must transform your inner identity to match the riches you claim. This message is not motivation. It is pure mental transformation based on the success principles of Dale Carnegie, master of human influence and wealth attraction. Listen closely. What you're about to hear will rewire your relationship with money forever. Speak these affirmations aloud as we begin. I attract wealth without resistance. My belief is stronger than doubt. Money flows to me through channels known and unknown. I move like the man riches obey. I think in terms of millions, I act like it's already mine. There was a man who understood that wealth is not created by luck, inheritance, or chance. His name was Dale Carnegie, and he discovered that the same principles that win friends and influence people are the exact principles that magnetize unlimited wealth. Carnegie knew this truth: money is attracted to the man who understands human nature. Money flows to the one who can connect, influence, and serve others with such power that the world cannot help but reward him. But here's what most people miss: Carnegie didn't just teach communication. He taught mental magnetism. He taught how to become the kind of person that opportunities, people, and money are drawn to like iron filings to a powerful magnet. You see, Carnegie observed that poor men repel money through their very presence. They speak with uncertainty. They move with hesitation. They project lack, and lack is what they receive. But wealthy men like Carnegie himself, who built a fortune teaching others, they radiate something different. They speak with conviction. They listen with genuine interest. They make others feel important, valued, understood. And money flows to them because people flow to them, and where people gather, wealth follows. Say this aloud: I am becoming a magnet for money because I am becoming a magnet for people. The first law: become genuinely rich in interest toward others. Carnegie discovered that the fastest way to poverty is self-obsession. The man who thinks only of himself, who speaks only of his problems, who focuses only on what he needs, this man repels both friendship and fortune. But the man who becomes genuinely interested in others, who asks about their dreams, their challenges, their victories, this man becomes irresistible. And what is irresistible attracts everything, including wealth. Listen to this truth: your income is determined by how many people you can influence positively. The more lives you touch with genuine interest and care, the more money will flow into your life. Carnegie proved this. He started as a poor farm boy, but he developed the ability to make every person he met feel like the most important person in the world. That skill built him an empire. That skill made him wealthy beyond measure. Here's your first assignment. Today, make it your mission to become genuinely interested in 3 people. Ask them about their goals. Listen, really listen, to their answers. Make them feel heard, understood, appreciated. Watch what happens. When you become the person others want to be around, opportunities will begin to flow toward you like rivers to the ocean. Repeat after me: I attract wealth by becoming genuinely interested in others. The more I serve, the more I earn. The second law: smile your way to riches. Carnegie taught that a smile is the most powerful wealth-building tool you possess. A genuine smile opens doors that money cannot open. It creates connections that contracts cannot create. It builds trust that time alone cannot establish. But here's the secret most people miss: your smile must come from wealth consciousness, not from need. The poor man smiles to get something. The rich man smiles because he already has everything he needs inside himself. When you smile from abundance, when your smile comes from knowing that you are valuable, that you have something to offer, that you are worthy of wealth, that smile becomes magnetic. People want to do business with you. They want to partner with you. They want to invest in you. Carnegie's smile wasn't just friendly, it was confident. It said, I am a man of value. I am a man of substance. I am a man who can be trusted with great things. That kind of smile attracts great opportunities. From this moment forward, Practice the wealthy man's smile. Smile because you know money is coming to you. Smile because you know you have value to offer. Smile because you know you are becoming the person riches cannot resist. Say this with a smile: my smile opens doors to unlimited wealth. I smile from abundance, not from need. The third law: remember names and fortunes will remember you. Carnegie observed that the sweetest sound to any person is their own name. The man who remembers names remembers the key to influence. And influence, my friend, is the fastest path to wealth. When you remember someone's name, you make them feel important. When people feel important around you, they want to elevate you. They want to recommend you. They want to do business with you. But here's the deeper truth: the discipline of remembering names trains your mind for wealth. It develops attention to detail. It builds mental focus. It creates the habit of valuing others, and wealth flows to those who create value. Carnegie became wealthy not just because he was a great speaker, but because he remembered the names of thousands of people. Each name was a connection. Each connection was an opportunity. Each opportunity multiplied his wealth. Make this your practice: every person you meet, burn their name into your memory. Use it in conversation. Write it down if necessary. Make them feel that their name, and they themselves, matter to you. Watch what happens to your opportunities. Watch what happens to your income. Declare this: I remember names because I value people. As I value others, wealth flows to me. The fourth law: listen your way to millions. Carnegie discovered that the rarest skill in the world is genuine listening. Most people are waiting for their turn to talk. But the wealthy man listens with his entire being, and that listening creates millionaires. Here's why: when you truly listen to someone, you discover their needs, their dreams, their problems, their desires. And when you know what people need, you can provide it. When you can provide what people need, they will pay you handsomely for it. Every fortune is built on solving problems. Every millionaire is someone who listened carefully enough to hear what the world was asking for and then provided it. But listening does more than reveal opportunities. Listening makes you irresistible. People are starving to be heard, to be understood, to be valued. When you become the person who truly listens, you become the person everyone wants to know. And when everyone wants to know you, wealth has no choice but to flow in your direction. Practice this daily. In every conversation, listen more than you speak. Ask questions that show genuine interest. Make others feel heard and understood. Affirm this truth: I listen my way to wealth. The more I understand others, the more opportunities one create. The fifth law: talk about their interests and watch your bank account grow. Carnegie knew the secret: people will pay any price to someone who understands their interests, their passions, their desires. The wealthy man doesn't talk about what he wants, he talks about what they want. This is the foundation of all sales, all influence, all wealth creation. When you can speak intelligently about another person's interests, you become valuable to them. And value always attracts compensation. But here's the deeper principle: when you focus on others' interests, you develop the wealthy man's mindset. You stop being self-centered and start being service-centered. You stop thinking about what you can get and start thinking about what you can give. And that shift in thinking, from getting to giving, is the mental transformation that turns poverty into prosperity. Carnegie built his fortune by talking about what his students wanted: confidence, influence, success. He didn't talk about his own needs. He talked about theirs. And they paid him millions to help them get what they wanted. Make this your strategy: learn about the interests of everyone you meet. Study their industry. Understand their challenges. Speak their language. Become valuable to them by understanding what they value. Speak this into reality: I create wealth by focusing on others' interests. As I serve their desires, my fortune grows. The sixth law: make others feel important, and money will make you important. Carnegie's greatest discovery was this: everyone you meet feels superior to you in some way. They have knowledge you don't have, experiences you haven't had, skills you haven't developed. The wealthy man acknowledges this truth and makes others feel important because of it. When you make someone feel important, genuinely important, not with false flattery, you create a bond that cannot be broken. They remember you. They speak well of you. They refer business to you. They become part of your success team. But making others feel important does something even more powerful. It develops your own character. It makes you the kind of person that wealth wants to associate with. Money is attracted to those who lift others up, not those who tear others down. Carnegie made everyone he met feel like they had something valuable to contribute. Students felt important in his classes. Business leaders felt important in his presence. That's why opportunities flowed to him from every direction. Here's how to practice this. Find something genuinely admirable about every person you meet. Acknowledge their expertise. Appreciate their experience. Value their perspective. Make them feel that they matter. Declare with conviction, I make others feel important, and importance attracts wealth. As I lift others up, riches lift me up. Now, let me share with you the deeper truth that Carnegie understood but rarely spoke about directly. All of these principles, being interested in others, smiling, remembering names, listening, focusing on their interests, making them feel important, these aren't just social skills. These are wealth consciousness principles. When you practice these principles, you develop what Carnegie called the wealthy man's mindset. You stop thinking like someone who needs and start thinking like someone who provides. You stop focusing on scarcity and start focusing on abundance. You stop being self-centered and start being service-centered. And that mental shift, the transformation of consciousness, is what magnetizes money. You see, wealth isn't really about money. Wealth is about becoming the kind of person that value flows to. Money is just one form of value. But when you become valuable to others, truly valuable, all forms of wealth flow in your direction. This is the Carnegie secret: become so good at adding value to others' lives that wealth has no choice but to flow to you. Affirm this transformation: I am becoming wealthy in character, and character attracts wealth. I am valuable to others, therefore value flows to me. The Daily Carnegie Wealth Ritual. Here's what you must do every single day to activate these principles in your life. Morning declaration: today I will make everyone I meet feel important, valuable, and understood. Through my service to others, wealth flows to me. Throughout the day, be genuinely interested in every person you encounter. Smile from abundance, not from need. Remember and use people's names. Listen more than you speak. Talk about their interests, not yours. Make them feel important and valued. Evening reflection: how did I add value to others today? How can I serve even better tomorrow? Before sleep, I am becoming a magnet for wealth because I am becoming a magnet for people. Money flows to me through the lives I touch. This is not just about being nice. This is about becoming the kind of person that opportunities seek out. This is about developing the character that wealth recognizes and rewards. Repeat this commitment: I practice these principles daily. I am becoming wealthy in character, and character magnetizes money. The Carnegie multiplication principle. Now here's where Carnegie's approach becomes truly powerful for wealth building. Every person you influence positively has the potential to multiply your opportunities exponentially. When you make someone feel important, they don't just remember you, they tell others about you. When you genuinely serve someone's interests, they don't just appreciate you, they recommend you. When you listen to someone with genuine interest, they don't just like you, they trust you with bigger opportunities. Carnegie understood that wealth is built through relationships multiplying relationships. One satisfied person leads to 10 new connections. 10 satisfied connections lead to 100 new opportunities. 100 opportunities lead to unlimited wealth. This is why poor people stay poor, they focus only on themselves. This is why rich people become richer, they focus on serving others so well that their reputation multiplies their opportunities. Your assignment: start building your Carnegie Wealth Network today. Make a list of 50 people whose lives you can positively impact. Begin systematically adding value to each of their lives. Watch how your opportunities multiply. Affirm this multiplication: every person I serve becomes a multiplier of my wealth. My fortune grows through the lives I touch. Advanced Carnegie Wealth Magnetism. Once you've mastered the basics, Carnegie taught advanced principles for attracting unlimited wealth. The principle of enthusiastic service: don't just serve others, serve them with genuine enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is contagious, and wealthy people want to be around those who are enthusiastic about adding value. The principle of honest appreciation: look for genuine reasons to appreciate others' efforts, talents, and character. Honest appreciation creates loyalty, and loyal people create opportunities. The principle of win-win thinking: always look for ways that both you and others can benefit from every interaction. When people know that working with you means they win too, they'll create wealth-building opportunities for you. The principle of grateful leadership: lead by making others feel important rather than making yourself seem important. People follow those who make them feel valuable, and leadership always leads to wealth. Practice these daily: I serve with enthusiasm, appreciate honestly, think win-win, and lead by making others feel important. Wealth flows to this character. The Carnegie Wealth Attraction Formula. Here is Carnegie's complete formula for attracting unlimited wealth. Character plus relationships plus service plus multiplication equals unlimited wealth. Develop character through genuine interest in others. Build relationships by making people feel important. Provide service by focusing on their interests and needs. Enable multiplication by doing this so well that your reputation spreads. When you combine these elements consistently, you become what Carnegie called a money magnet, someone that wealth is naturally drawn to. The wealth flows like this: better character, better relationships. Better relationships, better opportunities. Better opportunities, better income. Better income, better ability to serve. Better service, even better relationships. The cycle multiplies infinitely. Declare this formula: I am building character, relationships, and service. My wealth grows through multiplication. I am becoming a money magnet. Your 30-day Carnegie Wealth Challenge. For the next 30 days, commit to living these principles completely. Week 1, focus on genuine interest and smiling. Make every person you meet feel like they're the most interesting person you've encountered that day. Week 2, add name remembering and deep listening. Use people's names frequently and listen with your entire being. Week 3, focus entirely on their interests. In every conversation, spend 80% of the time on what they care about. Week 4, make everyone feel genuinely important. Find something authentic to appreciate about every person you interact with. Track your results. Watch how your opportunities multiply. Notice how differently people respond to you. Observe how your income potential expands. Commit now: I accept the 30-day Carnegie Wealth Challenge. I will become a magnet for money by becoming a magnet for people. The Carnegie Millionaire Mindset. Carnegie discovered that millionaires think differently about people and relationships. They understand that every person they meet is a potential doorway to wealth. Not because they want to use people, but because they want to serve people so well that opportunities naturally flow back to them. When you meet someone, don't think, what can I get from this person? Think, how can I add value to this person's life? That mental shift changes everything. The millionaire sees every conversation as an opportunity to practice the skills that attract wealth. Every interaction becomes training in influence, relationship building, and value creation. Adopt this millionaire perspective: every person I meet is an opportunity to practice the skills that attract wealth. Every conversation builds my fortune. Final Carnegie Wealth Declarations. As we conclude, speak these affirmations with complete conviction. I attract wealth by becoming genuinely interested in others. I magnetize money by making people feel important. I create riches by listening more than I speak. I build fortunes by focusing on others' interests. I multiply opportunities by serving with excellence. I am becoming the kind of person that wealth seeks out. Money flows to me because value flows from me. I am a money magnet because I am a people magnet. Wealth is attracted to my character, my service, and my genuine care for others. I win friends, influence people, and magnetize money through the Carnegie principles. Your wealthy future starts now. The principles you've learned today are not theory, they are proven methods that have created more millionaires than any other approach in history. Dale Carnegie built his own fortune using these exact principles. Thousands of his students became wealthy using these same methods. Now it's your turn. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start today. Start with the very next person you meet. Be genuinely interested in them. Make them feel important. Listen to them completely. Focus on their interests. Watch what happens to your life. Watch what happens to your opportunities. Watch what happens to your wealth. You have everything you need to become financially free. You have everything you need to attract unlimited wealth. You have the Carnegie principles. Now go use them. Your final affirmation: I am wealthy in character, relationships, and service. Money is magnetically drawn to who I am becoming. My fortune begins now. Remember, you don't chase wealth, you attract it by becoming the kind of person wealth cannot resist. Before we part, let me tell you the complete story of how Dale Carnegie discovered these wealth-building secrets, because understanding this source will strengthen your faith in the method. Carnegie was born into poverty on a Missouri farm. His family struggled to make ends meet. Young Dale wore his mother's old dresses because they couldn't afford proper clothes for him. He milked cows before dawn and worked the fields after school. But even as a boy, Carnegie noticed something crucial: some people seemed to attract opportunities while others repelled them. Some neighbors prospered while others struggled with the same circumstances. The difference wasn't in their luck, their education, or their family connections. The difference was in how they treated people. Carnegie observed that those who prospered made others feel valued, important, understood. Those who struggled were focused entirely on themselves, their problems, their needs, their complaints. This observation became the foundation of his fortune. Say this with me: I attract wealth by focusing on others' success, not my own struggles. As a young man, Carnegie took a job as a traveling salesman. He was terrified of speaking to strangers, of being rejected, of failing. But he forced himself to become genuinely interested in his customers' businesses, their challenges, their dreams. Something magical happened. People began to trust him. They shared their real problems with him. They asked for his advice. They bought from him not because of his products, but because of how he made them feel. Within months, Carnegie was the top salesman in his company. But more importantly, he had discovered the secret that would make him millions: people buy from those who make them feel important. Declare this truth: I make others feel important, and importance creates wealth for both of us. The Carnegie Wealth Multiplication Stories. Let me share 3 specific examples of how Carnegie's students used these principles to create substantial wealth. Story 1: The shy accountant who became a business empire builder. There was a man in one of Carnegie's early classes, a timid accountant who barely spoke above a whisper. He was brilliant with numbers but terrible with people. His income reflected this limitation. Carnegie taught him one simple principle: become genuinely interested in other people's financial dreams and challenges. Instead of just preparing tax returns, start asking clients about their business goals, their growth plans, their financial concerns. The accountant was terrified, but he tried it. He began each client meeting by asking, What are your biggest financial goals for this year? What's keeping you awake at night about money? Then he listened, really listened, to their answers. Something remarkable happened. Clients started asking him for advice beyond tax preparation. They wanted his input on investments, business expansion, financial planning. They referred their friends to him. Within 2 years, this shy accountant had built a comprehensive financial services firm. Within 5 years, he was managing millions in client assets. Within 10 years, he owned a network of financial advisory offices across 3 states. The lesson: when you become genuinely interested in others' financial success, they involve you in creating it and you prosper together. Story 2: The failed salesman who built $1 million network. Another Carnegie student had failed at 7 different sales jobs. He was desperate, nearly broke, ready to give up on success entirely. Carnegie taught him the principle of making others feel important. Instead of trying to sell products, start by making every person you meet feel valued and significant. The man decided to try one more time, but with a completely different approach. Instead of pitching his product immediately, he spent the first half of every sales call asking about the prospect's business, their challenges, their successes. He made them feel like experts. He asked for their advice. He made them feel important. His sales began to improve, but something even better happened: people started referring him to others. Not because of his product, but because of how he made them feel. He realized he had stumbled onto something bigger than sales. He had discovered how to build a network of people who wanted to help him succeed. He left his sales job and started his own company, using his network to find investors, partners, customers, and advisors. Within 3 years, he had built $1 million business. The principle: when you make others feel important, they make your success important to them. Story 3: The small-town teacher who created a global training empire. A schoolteacher attended one of Carnegie's courses because she was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. She loved teaching but couldn't survive financially on a teacher's salary. Carnegie taught her to focus on others' interests rather than her own needs. Instead of complaining about low teacher pay, she began asking parents about their dreams for their children's future. As she listened, she discovered that parents were desperate for someone who could teach their children confidence, communication skills, leadership abilities, the very things Carnegie had taught her. She started offering evening classes for teenagers, teaching them Carnegie's principles adapted for young people. The classes filled immediately. Word spread. Other communities asked her to start programs there. She left teaching and built a youth development organization that eventually operated in dozens of cities. She became wealthy not by abandoning education, but by expanding it beyond the limitations of the traditional system. The transformation: when you focus on others' interests, you discover opportunities you never imagined. Speak this realization: like these students, I use Carnegie's principles to multiply my opportunities and my wealth. Other people's success becomes the foundation of my fortune. The modern Carnegie millionaire method. Today, Carnegie's principles are more powerful than ever for creating wealth. In our connected world, your ability to win friends and influence people can reach millions instead of dozens. Here's how modern millionaires use Carnegie's principles. Digital relationship building: they use social media not to promote themselves, but to make others feel important. They share others' successes, celebrate others' achievements, ask about others' projects. Value-first networking: they attend events not to collect business cards, but to collect opportunities to serve others. They ask better questions, listen more deeply, and follow up with genuine interest. Influence-based business models: they build businesses around solving problems they discovered by listening to others. They create products and services based on others' expressed needs, not their own assumptions. Authentic personal branding: they build their reputation by consistently making others look good, feel important, and achieve success. Their brand becomes synonymous with value, service, and results. Relationship leveraged growth: they grow their wealth by helping others grow theirs. Every person they help succeed becomes an advocate for their continued success. Apply this modernization. I use Carnegie's timeless principles with modern tools. I build wealth by building others up, using every available platform and opportunity. The Carnegie Character Development System. Carnegie understood that wealth attraction isn't just about techniques, it's about becoming the kind of person wealth naturally flows to. He developed a character development system that transforms your personality into a money magnet. Phase 1, Self-Awareness Development. Study your current impact on others. Notice how people respond to your presence. Identify areas where you repel instead of attract. Commit to genuine transformation, not just behavioral changes. Phase 2, Genuine Interest Cultivation. Practice asking better questions about others' lives. Develop real curiosity about different industries, hobbies, challenges. Learn to find something fascinating about every person you meet. Make your interest authentic, not manipulative. Phase 3, Service Mentality Installation. Shift from what can I get to what can I give. Look for ways to add value in every interaction. Develop the habit of helping others succeed. Make service your primary source of satisfaction. Phase 4, Influence Mastery Achievement. Master the art of making others feel important. Develop the ability to inspire others to action. Learn to lead by making others feel like leaders. Build the skill of creating win-win outcomes. Phase 5, Wealth Magnetism Activation. Attract opportunities through your reputation for serving others. Multiply your income through the relationships you've built. Create wealth by solving problems you discovered through listening. Build a fortune by making others' success your primary focus. Commit to this development. I am developing the character that wealth recognizes and rewards. Every day I become more attractive to money by becoming more valuable to people. The Carnegie Wealth Consciousness Transformation. The deepest level of Carnegie's teaching involves a complete transformation of consciousness, from poverty thinking to wealth thinking through service to others. Poverty consciousness says, "What can I get from this person? How can I convince them to give me what I want? I need to protect myself from being taken advantage of. There's not enough opportunity to go around. I have to compete against others for success." Wealth consciousness says, "How can I add value to this person's life? What can I give that will genuinely help them succeed? I create abundance by helping others achieve abundance. There are unlimited opportunities when I focus on creating value. I succeed by helping others succeed even more." This transformation isn't just philosophical, it's practical. When you operate from wealth consciousness, people sense it. They trust you more quickly. They share opportunities with you more freely. They refer others to you more frequently. Declare this transformation: I operate from wealth consciousness. I think abundance, speak abundance, and create abundance for others. Wealth flows to me because I am a source of wealth for others. Your Carnegie Wealth Action Plan. Here's your complete action plan for implementing Carnegie's wealth principles. Immediate actions, today. Choose 3 people to practice genuine interest with. Look for ways to make each person feel important. Listen more than you speak in every conversation. Focus entirely on their interests, not yours. End each interaction with them feeling better about themselves. This week, practice remembering and using names consistently. Ask better questions that show genuine interest. Look for opportunities to serve others' goals. Make at least one person feel genuinely important each day. Begin building your reputation as someone who adds value. This month, develop a systematic approach to relationship building. Create a system for following up with people you meet. Start a practice of celebrating others' successes. Build your network through service, not self-promotion. Establish yourself as a connector who helps others succeed. This quarter, Launch a project or service based on needs you've discovered. Form partnerships with people whose lives you've positively impacted. Multiply your opportunities through the relationships you've built. Measure your wealth growth through your service to others. Become known as someone who makes others successful. This year, build a business or career around serving others' interests. Create multiple income streams through the relationships you've developed. Establish yourself as an influencer in your field through genuine service. Generate wealth by solving problems you discovered through deep listening. Achieve financial freedom through the Carnegie multiplication effect. Commit to this plan. I will follow the Carnegie Wealth Action Plan with discipline and consistency. I will measure my progress by the value I add to others' lives and the wealth that flows back to me. The Carnegie Wealth Affirmation System. End each day by speaking these Carnegie-based wealth affirmations. Today I made others feel important, and importance attracted opportunity to me. I listened more than I spoke, and in listening, I heard the sound of money flowing toward me. I focused on others' interests, and their interests led to my increased income. I smiled from abundance, and abundance smiled back at me. I remembered names, and wealth remembered me. I served others' goals, and my own goals moved closer to reality. I won friends through genuine interest, and those friendships are building my fortune. I influenced people through service, and that influence is creating my wealth. I am becoming the kind of person that money seeks out. Wealth flows to me because value flows from me. I am a money magnet because I am a people magnet. Every day I practice these principles, my capacity for wealth increases. I attract riches by becoming genuinely rich in character, service, and relationships. Speak these affirmations every night. Let them be the last thoughts that enter your subconscious mind before sleep. Let them program your dreams with images of wealth attraction through service to others. Your Carnegie Wealth Legacy. As you apply these principles and build your fortune, remember that Carnegie's greatest discovery was this: true wealth includes the ability to enrich others' lives. The money you attract through these principles isn't just for your own benefit. It's a tool that allows you to serve at higher levels, to impact more lives, to create greater value in the world. Carnegie used his wealth to build libraries, fund education, and create opportunities for others. His fortune became a force for good that continues to this day. Your wealth, built on Carnegie's principles, will naturally want to flow in the same direction, toward service, toward helping others, toward making the world better. This is the ultimate Carnegie principle. When you become wealthy by serving others, you naturally want to use your wealth to serve even more. Declare your legacy: I am building wealth through service to others. I will use my fortune to create even greater opportunities for service. My wealth becomes a blessing that multiplies blessings for others. Final Carnegie Wealth Declarations. Stand and speak these final declarations with complete conviction. I am a student of Dale Carnegie, and I apply his principles daily. I attract unlimited wealth by becoming genuinely interested in others' success. I magnetize money by making every person I meet feel important and valued. I create riches by listening deeply and focusing on others' interests. I multiply opportunities by serving others so well that they want to help me succeed. I win friends, influence people, and attract wealth through authentic service. My character is my greatest asset, and it appreciates in value every day. I am becoming the kind of person that money, opportunities, and success seek out. Wealth flows to me because I am a constant source of value for others. I follow the Carnegie way, and the Carnegie way leads to unlimited riches. Remember this truth: you now possess the same principles that created Dale Carnegie's fortune and the fortunes of thousands of his students. These aren't just social skills, they are wealth-building tools of incredible power. The only question remaining is, will you use them? Your fortune awaits your decision to serve others so well that wealth has no choice but to flow in your direction. The Carnegie way is the wealthy way. Walk it starting now. Your wealth begins with your next conversation. Make it count.